Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is a remake that is much appreciated. It's going to be one of the most phenomenal things I've ever played because Snake Eater is the greatest video game of all time. I can argue with that to anybody. Today, we're going to be covering a couple of different things. There was some hands on and a whole lot of details when it comes to their experiences, plus talking about we're going to focus on MGO at the start and kind of give you guys a breakdown on what's going on. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want more from me and you're into Metal Gear. Going to be doing some giveaways and things soon. We're ramping up, getting ready, so lock in. Okay, so the first thing for those that are MGO fans, well, we got good news. They announced that this is going to be coming out in the fall of 2025. So, as we know, Delta's releasing in a couple weeks on August 26th. I'll be playing live on stream, but they decided to push back the new mode called Fox Hunt. We're going to get into Fox Hunt and talk about it in detail, but this is actually a great thing. It means that they really want to kind of highlight that mode and not just release it with the game, give you an actual look deeper. So that's amazing. Personally, that's what I want. I don't want it to be rushed or anything like that. So very key that they didn't just put it out to put it out. Okay. And basically a couple things to talk about. So fall of 2025 is when it releases. And this is the key information. There's not a lot of details about what this mode is yet. And I'm going to read through it and I'll show you some new images and go through the whole thing. A thrilling hide and seek based, completely original online multiplayer. Hide and seek. So now the question is, what does that actually mean? We'll see. Then it adds an online experience unique to Metal Gear that utilizes the central elements of the base game, camouflage, and survival. And it says, based on the sneaking rule from Metal Gear Online, utilize the fundamentals of one of the most popular game rules of Metal Gear Online and the sneaking gameplay elements iconic to the Metal Gear series. The latest graphical enhancements, intense hide and seek in a whole new level. That's pretty much it. That's literally all they have. Not a lot of information, so sorry if you're looking for something, but that's pretty much what they got. I want to take a moment to show you some of the images very quickly. This right here, you got five different characters. I don't know if this is a full squad. We don't know what type of mode this is. It's still a lot of questions, but it visually looks great, right? You have the ghillie suits and then the soldiers. And then we go into an actual guy looking like a tree, basically, and somebody coming after him. Really good foliage and things like that that's happening in the background, but this could be interesting. Again, as a player, you're going to figure this out pretty quickly. So I don't know if they realize it's not going to be something that people won't notice. So I'm curious on how that's going to play out. I did like this. You can see two players together. So it's not going to be a single player, most likely. There's two guys hiding in boxes in plain sight. Could be interesting. I'm not sure if, like I said, it's not a prop style of a game, but we'll see. Then above, there's a player looking down, hiding onto somebody who's hunting him down, I believe. Gonna be, like I said, the hide and seek, the hunter, and the hiding character, the prey and the predator style of a game. And then I want to go into a little more details about what this could mean for the series as far as overall experiences. You know, in the end of the day, these games are stealth based, but it's not solely focused on that, right? It's a lot of different elements, and they kind of hinted at using the online features from the original Metal Gear Online, right? Based on the sneaking rule from Metal Gear Online. And so sneaking is a really cool thing with where you can play as Snake and you're trying to get people's dog tags. Maybe they're trying to put that into this game and add that type of element. We did see that there was objectives, the Karrigan, which also could be like you got to pick that up and find it. Those are questions I have. The biggest question I have is, will the camo be hard to see for people who are not it? Because when we watch the footage and you'll just say, hey, wait a minute, that footage doesn't look too convincing, in my opinion, I will be able to tell, right? In this situation, for the camera, you can't see where the person is at the moment. But if I was to get close, I already know that he can turn into leaves. He's on the left side right there. Then when he goes into this muddy area, this is the part where I would say I would easily find him. Anytime I see a bump in that shape, it's a human. Even if it isn't, I'm going to shoot it because it doesn't look like there's other terrain like that. So they have to be smart about this, and whoever's playing the game, playtesting, better give them the feedback. Because if not, it's going to be a bad mode of like not really having props, and I'm not sure how that would work. But if it's players are invisible, that would be great. So those are the type of questions I have about the game. And they did a deep dive. Even in this trailer that you're watching in the background, they really didn't say much. Basically just like, we're making a new mode. We love MGO. And this is going to be a new iteration, something different. And you can see the great mechanics of the camo, but that's easy to detect. Unless it makes me fully invisible to the player, those are going to be very easy to detect. I'm just curious on how that'll function. In one of the previous MGOs too, when you put on a stealth camo, you're completely invisible. So no matter what, they can't see you at all. And then in part 3, they can kind of see you as you maneuver, and it was like very easy to spot someone. So it's a different style. I'm not sure where they're going to feed off of. And all the modes that we got for Metal Gear Online were very special, as far as like playing as Snake and letting 2 other teams fight while you try to get the dog tags. And then you have the fully stealth mode where you're just hiding with the stealth camo and lethal weapons. Then you had modes where you put the camo on and you were trying to gather a specific item, but the other team, didn't have that feature. So you had to fight against them. And it was just a lot of variables, and nothing of that I don't think is going to come in directly, but they're utilizing some of those tools, tips, and tricks, supposedly. I want to show you the website that I read this from. This is from Konami's official website right here, pretty much stating that the main point here is based on the sneaking rule from Metal Gear Online, okay? Meaning the sneaking mission, one of the biggest modes, team sneak and things like that. We'll see where they go with it. Again, I would love a deep dive breakdown on this from them directly so that we can kind of tell, what are you talking about? Because at the moment, I'm still questioning, what do they mean? That's just me. Maybe it's just me, right? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, those are the type of things that I'm curious about, hoping that they get right for this mode. And, there's no guarantees on any of that. So now I want to kind of take you guys through a quick look, very short, quick preview of some just social media posts of things that people posted about Metal. So this was the event people went to. Had very cool cinematics or posters, people giving impressions, and I talked to a couple of people, and I want to kind of go through some of what they said. I do have a deeper dive video on the channel for that, but I do want to add that here. So basically, everybody went and felt impressed by the upgrades of the game. Okay. A lot of people that played it are not the biggest fans, as far as like hardcore people like myself who can tell you every detail that changed or didn't. Like I'm pretty familiar with the game, but there's others who are just casual, and those people loved it. They said, oh, I got to play this game now. I'm sold on this. And then the people who are hardcore said that they're really staying true to the game and that it It's like a one-to-one recreation, but with better graphics, better mechanics, camera control and upgrades as well. And so they really love that about it. Some people said they skipped all the cutscenes just so they can go through the gameplay. Others said they really loved the cutscenes and the visuals were amazing compared to the original. And, it's like a 20-year difference or whatever. So definitely interesting. And there's so much details that I want to kind of share, but we're going to be having that deep dive breakdown for you. So I want you to go check that out. It's going to be popping up on the channel now, kind of going through what people's impressions and thoughts are. Hope you enjoy this breakdown for some MGO, and make sure you check that out video. See you there.